here. Hello, everybody. Welcome to Career Coach Talk. I am your coach, Rogers Veen, and I am so excited to bring my next guest here for the show. Her name is Miss Natoshia Lewis. Now, Natoshia Lewis is a consultant. She is a skills coach. She's from Monroe, Louisiana house, just like me. But she went to Wassman High School. She works as a beacon of hope by helping others reach their full potential. She is passionate about the opportunity and the ability to help individuals conquer self-awareness and self-knowledge. She has a master's in information systems management, as well as she is a licensed private investigator. She has recently launched her business as she was invited to speak at the Best You Expo. She is going to give us her success story and her success advice today. I bring to you the awesome, the wonderful Miss Natoshia Lewis. Hello, Natosha. How are you doing?
I'm doing well, Rogers. How are you?
Doing absolutely great. Thank you so much for taking some time out to share your story and give us your success and how to operate in today's world, especially in the world that we're dealing with right now. So thank you so much for your time.
I'm here. Thank you.
Awesome. So since I'm not shy, and I don't think that you're shy, I'm going to go ahead and jump right into it. How has COVID been treating you? How has it affected your world?
It's funny you should ask that because at the end of 2019, right, I think everyone was coining the phrase Vision 2020, this great outlook. And I believe that we're in that vision of 2020. So for me, COVID-19 allowed me the opportunity to set forth my personal vision. Although we've gone through a lot of angst and, there's a lot of financial difficulties and different challenges we're all facing, I feel like COVID-19 has been treating me and pushing me to set forth self-knowledge and obtaining my personal self-vision and making sure that I'm able to push that forward for the future.
Awesome. And I think a lot of people can share that with you, that they have also, been kind of pushed as, okay, who am I now? What can I really do? They kind of do a lot of introspection. So I think a lot of people can identify with that. So with that being said,
Yes.
What is your secret to your continued growth? What are some things that you're doing during this time frame so you can remain positive?
Knowledge. I have been absorbing so much knowledge. I can't push that enough. I've been encouraging a lot of my clients and individuals that I know personally and professionally to obtain as much knowledge that you can, right? We have been forced in a very forceful, fast-paced type of world, and no one never stops to smell the roses. So using this opportunity to gain as much knowledge that you can, take the time to really understand and read things that you often passed up in the past, or if it's just even something just you can, learn a new skill, a new trade, or just doing some type of mental development for yourself. So obtaining that knowledge is what I would advise everyone.
Okay, so that's awesome. That's great feedback. So how do you remain inspired? Because a lot of people are going through hard times right now. Some people have a hard time, staying employed, providing food and, making sure they have taking care of their health. So how are you remaining inspired in this ecosystem?
So for me, it's my personal faith and staying positive, reciting positive affirmations. I know a lot of individuals say that's insuline and, does that really work? It does. When you let the good outweigh the bad, it changes your perspective and your thinking, and you're pushing forth ideologies that's going to help you gain those strengths to get through this season. Like I say, for me, and then my faith, staying communicative and communicating with family and friends alike and making sure they're okay, helping when I can, helping myself, when I need to take, scale back a little bit. All of those tools are something that individuals can use and that I've used for myself to help me push through this period of time.
Okay, so it's interesting that you mentioned family, because one of my next questions is going to be, how are you managing your interaction with your own family and the people that are closest to you during this time?
So for my family that are closest to me by location, I am able to see them frequently, spend time with them, do little dinners, and maybe watch a movie. But for my family that are far away, I have been able to utilize tools like video Skype and telephone to reach out to them and do it on a more consistent basis. I believe right now we have a little bit more extra time than in the past. So my goal has been to push forward a little bit more consistency to reach out to loved ones and keep in touch with family, because, just everyone is touched by this pandemic in some, fashion, shape, or form. So those are some of the things that I've been doing with my family. Keeping in contact, communication is key in whatever, method is available, communication.
Okay. All right, cool. So in your business, and what do you do? I noticed that you have your background in information systems, and of course you're a licensed private investigator. Tell me a little bit about that.
So for me, I'm kind of a jack of all trades. Like I say, I love knowledge, I love learning. So my sister and I were family genealogists. We caught the family genealogy bug.
Okay.
And through that research, we found out a lot of information. And so that's what inspired me to seek my private investigation license, because for me, I want to be able to provide people hope. I know there's a lot of individuals I've come in contact over the years that felt like they were lost because they didn't have any type of connection of their family or know where they came from on the family research aspect. So that's where the background of my investigation license, rise from. And of course, I have tenured years within HR, so background investigations and all those good things are, part of the package. So all of those gifts and different tools that I have, I'm utilizing within my business for the future so that I can be that extensive whole picture for my customers and clients.
Okay, and very interesting you bring up your customers and clients. So in your workings with them, one, what kind of services are you offering? And two, what type of common mistakes you noticed that some of your clients and customers are doing?
So I offer a 3-tier business services. Of course, I do contract consulting for large corporations, excuse me, in the areas of HR and information systems. And then for small businesses, I offer ad hoc services to assist them with different business endeavors, nothing in specific to feel like they need help with someone to do paperwork or help them establish different things for them. But as I've mentioned, my most favorite service I offer is skills coach training. My skills coach training allows me to really connect with individuals to help them discover their strengths. I utilize free service assessment services with my program that's free to all my customers. They can dive in, take their assessments to learn their personality and their skills traits to help gauge them into the area of direction of knowing where they even want to go in their career and who they are. Because as you know, that is important if you're able to determine and have that discussion with your leaders with what your expectations are, and then you knowing what that company can offer to you. So those are pretty much the pivot points. I want to go to the grain. I know there are a lot of services out here and programs. I've met a lot of people that have commonly made mistakes where they've gone and seen a lot of ads that, hey, in 4 weeks you could, make $14,000. Just follow me in this program. And no one even knows if that's something that's even tailored to their personality type. They just see the money and they go. And those are common mistakes that people make, and I want to kind of scale it down a little bit to allow individuals to be able to enjoy programs that are out there, but get a better return on their investment, because they'll know by going through my program who they really are and which direction they should even go to, better off on their profit.
So you use professional like personality assessments to help people with directly?
Yes.
Okay. Any particular ones? Is it like Myers-Briggs, or is it DISC, or anything like that?
So I have a partnership and a license for my plan.
Mm-hmm.
We use Dr. Carl Jones' personality psychometric and Dr. Hobbs. So within that assessment, personalities are, divided up with who you are first, as far as your attitude and the different areas that would be best for you. And we try to match you up with ideologies of what jobs would cater to your personality type. And it's not to say that, in the end, and that's where my coaching comes in, that whatever personality and career advice that's presented to you after the assessment, that's exactly what you have to do. Because we know there are individuals who are small business or entrepreneur type. It's just to help you understand where you can maximize your profits with the information that you've taken and that I provide to you.
Awesome. So can you tell me a little bit more about Task Manager?
Yes. So Task Manager is myself. It was birthed during COVID-19. It's something that I've always had in my back pocket, but I've never had the opportunity to engage and sit down and really develop my business. So I developed my business, I can proudly say, during the kickoff of COVID-19. Okay. And I didn't shy away from it, and it's been,
you made the most of your time. You took that time to say, okay, I'm gonna be positive. I'm gonna look forward. I'm gonna see the best thing I can do with my time right now. And you invested that time in yourself.
And that's exactly what it is. And it's so funny because everyone kind of considers me in my career a task person. Like, anyone have any questions or need something done, I'm always the go-to person. So I derived the name of my company off of that, Task Manager. And it's so funny because at the conclusion of one of my careers in the corporate world as a permanent employee, unbeknownst to me and unbeknownst to a lot of my colleagues, I was presented a hummingbird in the form of a card or a sculpture as my going away present. And so I could not develop this company without adding the hummingbird, which means good luck in a lot of cultures, to my logo for Task Manager. So that's the whole foundation and understanding of where Task Manager came from and where I'm going forward with it.
I love it when a business, especially even the imagery for a business, has a story behind it. Usually it does. If it doesn't, then it's going to be hard for people to resonate with the individual because they're looking for that image to represent the person that they're interacting with. So that's awesome that you have a story behind that.
Yes, thank you.
So any lessons learned, large lessons that you want to, I know you talked a lot about earlier, you said people should take this time to invest in themselves, learn, read, watch stuff, enhance yourself. Is there any detailed, in particular lessons that you want to share, or any final words of insight that you would like to provide everybody?
I just want to, first, empathize with everyone, right? Because I do know and understand where we are in our society, in our country, in our world. So I say that to say that your feelings and how, the situation you're in is not going to go unnoticed. And while we're going through such a tough time in our world right now, I feel like we can become more stronger if we focus on our individual strengths, right? And get a chance to really sit down and know yourself. Oftentimes on a career level, especially if you've been on a job for 40 years, you pretty much wait for a structure to lead you where you need to go and who you are. And I plead to everyone to really think about who you really are. If I ask you, who are you, and it takes you more than 10 seconds to give me some type of response, I really need you to sign up for my assessment today, because I want you to be able to answer that question with confidence. And that's the issue. Oftentimes someone say, oh, do you want to know who I am personally, or do you want to know my professional side? I didn't say either way. I just want to know who you are. And I want someone to respond confidently, with who they are, no matter what setting they're in. And that's my outcry to everyone. And that's the development of my skills coach services. Even if you're an experienced individual, we all know how it feels, to go through the career cycle and really lose yourself. So I would love to reconnect with, tenured employees, and as well as even college students, to help weave a better future for yourself.
That is absolutely awesome. So we met you, we learned from you, and now we're inspired by you. So how can we reach out and connect with you?
So I have this fun website. Okay. It's Task Manager, and that's MGRwork.com. I am on social media outlets right now for Facebook and Instagram, and you could just do @Task, TASK, Manager, MGR, Work, and you will be able to find me on both of those outlets. I am growing my social media footprint right now, so be on the lookout in the future for YouTube and my expansion into LinkedIn and all the other fun social media outlets. I'm coming for you. You're going to see me.
Awesome. That is absolutely awesome. So I just want to take a moment and say thank you again for joining us today here on Career Coach Talk. You guys, this is a woman who is passionate about helping you understand who you are and giving you a path to help you get where you want to be. So thank you so much, Natoshia Lewis, for being with us today, the founder of Task Manager.
Woohoo! Thank you, Roger, so much for this opportunity. And I really thank you for giving me this platform to speak my truth and offer my services. Thank you so much.
It is my pleasure. And thank you guys for joining us today here on Career Coach Talk, where we want to help each person get to that next version, better version of themselves. I am Rogers Bean, your host and your career coach as well, here with my digital self career coaching agency, working along with and shooting some people out to Miss Natoshia Lewis at Task Manager, right? It's Task Manager, that's the full name?
Yes, Task Manager.
Awesome. All right. Well, thank you guys for joining us today. And come on back to Career Coach Talk and watch even more episodes as we connect you with more awesome and more wonderful people like Natosha. Thank you so much for joining.
Bye, everyone. Take care. Stay
safe. Woo! Thank you for watching today's episode of Career Coach Talk. Are you ready for your next professional version of yourself? Come visit us at mdself.com. Schedule your free consultation or reach out to us via email at coach@mdself.com.